All right, good evening, everybody. I'm back after a short hiatus, and we are back in the 319 this evening, the 319 Sharklets. And we're going to be going from New York LaGuardia down to Raleigh, Durham this evening. So let's go up top to the overhead. And let's get this bad boy fired up and get the hell out of New York. So, screen's already popped out. All right, here we are on the overhead panel. Batteries 1 and 2 on. External power goes to on. Let's arm our emergency exit lights. Let's turn our dome light on low. Go ahead and turn our integrated lights up. Get our adheres to line up. Evac over to captain. All that'll come to life shortly here, about 7 minutes. Ground control goes on. Crew supply goes to on. Go ahead and check our engine squibs. And they may not run yet. There we go. Engine number 1, engine number 2, both good. BPU. That is good. Let's go ahead and flip our no smoking sign to on. I'm going to leave the seatbelts off for just a moment here. Go ahead and get our APU master on. Let's go ahead and bring you back down to the captain seat. I've already imported the flight into the EFB. So let me go ahead and I'm going to push that back an hour because I am actually going to push the time back about an hour. That should be good. Just wanted to push it back an hour, give you a little more daylight on our excursion down to Raleigh. Let's see what the VTOR is looking like this evening in LaGuardia. Sorry, I forgot to turn on the autopilot. Give that a second to come to life here. Alright, LaGuardia is reporting a few clouds at 2,000 feet. Wind 070 at 9, 7 miles visibility. Scattered 3,600, broken 6,500, broken 13,000. Temperature is 26, dew point 21. It is humid here tonight. Altimeter is 2994. let's see what our weather is looking like in Raleigh. 170 at 8. 10 miles visibility, few clouds, 6,000, scattered 10,000 broken, 25,000. Well, it's a little warmer in Raleigh. Altimeter 299.7. Other than that, that looks good. Let's come over here to our mass and balance. Let's go ahead and let GSX load us up there. And we've got 5 minutes till IRS alignment.
Refueling truck is on its way.
There it goes. So let's come down to the... Actually, let's get a few more lights on real quick. Get some floodlights on. Yes, we are going to be traveling around dusk. Waiting for ATC to come online. Let's go down to the do and get a few things programmed up here. Get rid of the messages. Let's go back to ATSU menu, AOC, flight initialization. Init data request. We are American 1934 departing LaGuardia, going to Raleigh-Durham with an alternate of Washington Dulles. Estimated time en route is 1 hour. All right, so let's go back to the AOC menu. Let's look at our received messages. We haven't gotten any messages yet. Let's go back to the main page, and we have 2 minutes till IRS alignment. Let's go ahead and start getting things imported and set up here. All right, so we can go to our initialization page. We do have an init data request, flight plan uplink, good to go. We are AEAL 1934. This evening's cost index. Average wind 292 at 24. They all put these in different. Even if I tell it to give me one thing. There it is, 53. 53. We are going to go up to flight level 360 this evening. Let's go ahead and check our flight plan. Top of climb temperature is going to be minus 46. Boom. Let's go ahead and do our winds, pull in a wind request. And nav accuracy upgrade, that looks good. The next phase, cruise winds are in there, descent winds are in there. And we are looking good. All of our ground temperature. All right. LaGuardia. Let's call clearance.
NG, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Papa.
Visibility 7.
LaGuardia Airport, information Papa.
LaGuardia clearance, good evening. American 1934 IFR to Raleigh Durham. Information Papa on board.
I'll grab that clearance.
American 1934 LaGuardia clearance, cleared to Raleigh. Radar vectors white. Then as filed, climb and maintain 4000. Expect flight level 36010 minutes after departure. Departure on 120.8 squawk 4327. Expect runway 13.
Cleared to Raleigh. Radar vectors white. Then as filed, climb and maintain 4000. Expect flight level 36010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency on 120.8, squawk 4327, expecting runway 13 for American 1934.
American 1934, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.7.
Over to ground 121.7 for American 1934. So let's go ahead and clear out that discontinuity. Getting out of here. And since we got a short flight this evening, let's go ahead and program in the Raleigh arrival. So, and obviously I've imported all my stuff through SimBrief. We're going to be going on for the arrival on 23 left. We'll take the ILS. Take Cal 2 with the Buki transition. We will insert that. Alright, so LaGuardia 13. We're going to go RNAV to White and CYN, VOR. We're going to go to Vills, Nails, Blanton, Hydra, Tappa, Stout, Mookie, Pilo. Then we're going to get a Vector. And then Docat should be our arrival. I don't think GSX boarded anything. Let's go back over to the FB real quick. Oh, I forgot this goes to the captains. Or first officer one. Let's just go back to the pilots.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do.
Yeah, this is
Catering
not
vehicles are on their way.
the Asobo stock scenery. This is something off flightsim.to. It is better than the Asobo stock. I'll tell you, the Asobo stock one for LaGuardia is a huge piece of hot garbage. Alright, our fuel truck has
Fuel truck is in
arrived.
position.
Here comes our catering
Please
trucks.
don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do.
They have too many ground vehicles here. You can see the trucks are just running over the loaders. Looks like he's loading in some fuel finally. I'm going to go ahead and open up, make sure doors are open. We don't need forward stairs. Got 127 packs today. 7,300 pounds of cargo.
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity. Boarding requested.
Boarding has been requested. Let's look at the company menu or the company message. There's probably a load sheet. Let's go to the second one. Receive messages. Yep, there's a load sheet. Just gonna go ahead and accept that. accepted. Let's go ahead. Can't really check the progress page yet. RadNav is tuned to the CYNVOR. That looks good. Fuel prediction page. I'm waiting for the ground crew to finish loading up there.
Do you want to board crew?
Yes,
Pilot's boarding
both.
started.
Alright, it wants me to close the door. To right up, it's already done.
Crew boarding started.
Looks like Southwest is coming in. I will be back later this week, guys. I will have the flying some Southwest virtual this weekend in the PMDG 737, 700, and 800 this weekend with co-pilot Rachel, virtual co-pilot. Remember that she is a virtual co-pilot, not a real co-pilot. Alright, so now we can go ahead and
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding started.
what a beautiful sunset. Let me grab a snapshot of that. You can kind of see the haze. Again, don't ask me why we have a Delta ground service doing American flights. That's GSX for you. Even our push, our tug is going to be GSX or Delta. Alright, let's just make sure. Alright. Packs are boarding. That's good. Ground crew's ready to start loading up. Go ahead and get some lights on here. Get our wing and our logo lights on. Fuel truck has been dismissed, so we can go ahead and turn on the fasten seatbelt sign. Go ahead and get our fuel pumps on. Go ahead and start our APU up. And as you can see, the EGT is starting to rise on the APU, so that looks good. Our transponder code is in. We're going to set that to auto. We're going to go to TARA there. Go ahead and get our constraints on our flight plan. over on the other side, we're going to go to nav database. We are synced across all. Alright, let's go ahead and look at our flight plan real quick on the navigational display. Alright, so LaGuardia, runway 13, go acceleration height 15, or cleanup height 1513. We're going to go to white, direct to white, get the SIN, nails. Everything is looking good. We got to be at above 22,000 by Hookie. This box by 13, above 13,000. We got to be above Hookie by 22. For the MS box, we got to be down to 13. This makes no sense. But let's just roll with it. And then we get to VSTEL on the arrival. We got to be at 210 at 6,000. Then we're going to get a vector. And then vectored around to DOCAT, staying above 3,000. Then to APU, CPU. And then straight into 23 left at Raleigh, Durham. So, ground crew is complete. Aircraft is loaded. Got 127 packs. Let's go ahead and accept our final load, or accept our load sheet. Accept our final. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and send those numbers down to the MCDU. Let's come up here to our EFT. Sync our final load sheet, throw those numbers in there. Let's resync the weather. Nope, we're up to 2995 now. So we'll just adjust that up a smidgen. And we will hit calculate. It's going to calculate our takeoff performance. So we got 128, 128, 133. Flat retraction at 144. Slat retraction at 188. Clean by 210. Transition altitude in the United States is 18,000 feet. Flex temp is takeoff temperature is 65. Flaps 1. Up 1/10 on the trim. And that all looks good. Sent down to the McDo. So let's go ahead and pull up our performance page. All of our numbers are in there. That looks good. Fuel prediction page. All our numbers are populated in there. So we should have 10,000 pounds of gas by the time we land in Raleigh, Durham. Just a warning, this plane does fly, figuratively speaking. The other night, it was tough to control the overspeed with a tailwind, so kind of hope we don't get much of a tailwind. Kind of hoping for some of that headwind. Alright, so that looks good. Let's go ahead and get our auto brakes to max. For some reason it does not light, but I have my switch turned, so that's the important part. I don't have the bleeds on yet. Let's go go ahead and get everything fired up. Outer tanks are full, inner tanks good. APU is ready to roll. Cycle through that. Status. All right. Let's go ahead and get our APU bleed on. Go ahead and throw our strobes on auto. Lead air is on. And we are running power off the APU. That is good. So let's go back here. Go back to ground services. Let's go ahead. Just get rid of the GPU. Jetway's still connected, but let's get rid of that. There goes Jetway. Alright, we are all set up here. We're on managed speed, managed heading. Straight out to white going out of here, so it should be easy peasy. Biggest thing is going to be managing our speed. Gotta make sure we don't get too fast tonight. Alright, let's call up ground and get the heck out of here. LaGuardia ground, good evening. American 1934. Requesting pushback and engine start from gate 19.
American 1934, pushback and engine start approved. Tail southwest.
Pushback and engine start approved. Tail southwest. American 1934. Rudder trim set to 0. Everything else is good to go. All our doors are shut. Let me get rid of that rear stair. I don't know why. Maybe we'll get rid of it. Push back. Alright, so we're going to go, we want to tail southwest. So we're going to go nose right, or nose left, tail right.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Alright, there goes the stair. Ooh, a TWA. Slippery over there.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Turn the beacon on.
Locking gear. parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right. Let's go. We're going to go over to ignition start on our start switch. I'm sorry, down here. Already over there. We're going to start engine number 2 first.
Attention to illuminated signs and crew instructions, including the following.
Please set parking brake.
If you hear.
Go back into the cockpit.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
We have good engine number 2. Let's go engine number 1. Open the start switch. Both of our flight directors are on. We're good there. And left engine is coming alive. And there you can see virtual V there in the cockpit. Alright, we got the veil lights, so we have 2 good engines. Let's let them warm up a second. Let's go ahead and dismiss the ground crew.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected.
Tug is disconnected.
Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Let's get a preview of. So we're going over to 13. So I imagine he's going to take us over to Alpha. Throw us on Golf. Golf down to Papa. Let's see what ground says. LaGuardia ground. American 1934 request taxi to runway 13.
American 1934, taxi to runway 13 via 3, Alpha Golf cross runway 22, then Papa. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready for departure.
Taxi to runway 13 via 3, Alpha Golf cross runway 22, then Papa. Tower on 118.7 when ready for departure. American 1934. Alright, let's get a couple things set up here before we pull out to the runway. Let's go ahead and arm our spoilers, check. Let's notify the cabin crew. Check. Flaps. Oh, flaps 1 for takeoff this evening. And let's go ahead. Put our ignition switch back to normal mode. And we'll wait to turn on the weather radar as we get closer to the runway. So we're going to make a left here, Alpha, then Golf. Just going to stow that right there for now. LaGuardia ground, American 1934, crossing runway 22. We are clear.
American 1934, cross runway 22, approved.
For a freeware, this guy didn't do a bad job on this airport. It does need some additional work, but for freebie, I take it.
American 1934, contact tower on 118.7. Have a good evening.
Over to tower, 118.7, American 1934. Set camera angles. LaGuardia Tower, good evening, American 1934 at runway 13, requesting departure.
American 1934, runway 13, winds calm, fly runway heading cleared for takeoff.
Fly runway heading clear for takeoff, American 1934. So we got 134. Our runway heading, we are good. There. Make sure all my trackers are on. Is on, that's good. That is tracking my flight and my flight numbers. Alright, let's come down here. Takeoff configuration is normal. That is good. We don't need the APU anymore, so let's go ahead and turn that off. Kill that. Our generators are running. Get our probe window heat on. All in one, and let's check left, check right, and let's go. Last thing to do is turn on our predictive wind shear system. Good. All right. Slight forward pressure on the stick. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Track the flaps. Ground spoilers down. Put our lever back to climb.
American 1934, contact departure on 120.8.
Over to 120.8 for American 1934. LaGuardia departure, good evening. American 1934 with you. 1,400 going up to 4,000.
American 1934, roger. Continue climb to 4,000 feet.
We're going in between Malvern and Hempstead right now. We got a slight tailwind. More of a side wind. Hopefully ATC will continue climb to 4,000 feet. American 1934. Waypoints down here, so he should be vectoring us around shortly here. We are at the ocean now. LaGuardia departure, American 1934. Requesting RNAV to White.
American 1934, unable to provide RNAV vectors to White. Please refer to your charts for navigation.
Roger. Now, if I wouldn't have said something, he would have yelled at me. Told me to call a number. But my map, waypoint White is down by Toms River, New Jersey. It's to the east of McGuire, Dix, Lakehurst. American 1934, request altitude increase.
American 1934, climb and maintain flight level 360.
Climb, maintain flight level 360, American 1934. There we go. join me in the chat or watching my stream, welcome. We are flying the Phoenix 319 Sharklets with the CFM engines in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, going from LaGuardia over to Raleigh, Durham. And we are through 10,000 feet. I've already got all my additional lights off. Need to be off. Overhead looks good. And we're headed for waypoint White. We got about 30 miles, about 4 minutes to get to that point. And we should be hitting about 23,000 feet once that's might get a little bumpy when we get up, depending on how this crosswind pans out. This is like we're going to crosswind coming straight across the wings as we make the turn to get onto White. And we're going down to the CVA's waypoint. Not a lot of traffic. Should be a nice smooth flight down to Raleigh. Current weather in Raleigh, altimeter 29er, 29 Celsius. Got winds southeast at 3 knots. Nice VFR conditions down there. This flight class is going to take us down the east coast of Jersey, over to Delaware Bay, and cross over Delaware to the south of Dover, across the eastern shore of Maryland, go over to Bay, pass over Lexington Park, California, and Hollywood, Maryland. And we're going to go south over to Potomac. Did not stream the other night, but I did have I did fly out of the new Raleigh scenery from PACSIM. Fantastic. just blew my mind away at the level of detail. Standard barrow. As we're above 18,000 feet. And here we go to connect to waypoint and start heading south now. Doing about 1,700 feet a minute. So based on that, we should be traffic out there, according to the map. Full traffic. Also, if you're watching my stream, you hear me talking about all these things. I am not sponsored by any of these developers, creators. Just want to put that out there. All the opinions are my own personal ones, and I'm not compensating any creator. Going on with it, say intentions. Like, saw what it did earlier. It told me to fly to run. It gave me one thing, and then told me to fly to runway heading. It didn't tell me to RNAV. Let me go over to center and see where. New York Center, good evening. American 1934 with you. flight level 301 going up to 360.
American 1934, Washington Center, radar contact, vectors to Vils, then own navigation.
Vectors to Vils, then own navigation, American 1934. And we're already vector to Vils, so we'll just keep on chugging down the coast here. And enjoy the beautiful sunset. As we're coming up on, we just passed Hamilton Township off the left wing. And we're coming up on Vineland. Yes, so we'll be passing Vineland on our right hand side, and after that we'll be passing Millville, New Jersey. Take inside the cabin a little bit for a nice little view there. No, I'm sorry, the tray table doesn't work in this one. And I don't have the passengers displayed, just to help the performance. Engine, watching the sunset. How the cabin looks from the middle. Above engine view, right in front. I'll tell you, this thing is...
Washington Center, United 1776, flight level 210.
United 1776, radar contact.
Washington Center, JetBlue 651, flight level 360.
JetBlue 651, radar contact.
Monday night, it was hard to keep the speed under control. Oh. And I just had to crash the desktop. Damn it.